Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. I just got my offers. I'm basically staying in Europe, regardless of these offers. I was thinking about waiting around until we got the payment on Monday. Uh, Main reason is because I got $1,700 in my pocket, and if I do the math on this, 3685 times 17.77. So $654.82, 654.82 plus 10% because I hit my bonuses for the flight hours. So an additional $65.48 puts me at 720.30. 1762.39. What was that again? 720.30. Actually, it just puts me just shy, but I do have another event that is coming up tomorrow. To where I can get the 737 license. And then I can manually put in. The only problem is that as you see my rating, I was averaging about 97, 98. Just because of a few minor dings and stuff like that. And I just did Princess Giuliani to Montego Bay event in a citation longitude, and I should have just brought out the Phoenix. Basically, what I should have done. Because everything was just a wreck from the word go. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, the guys on Discord put me up to it, so I don't have a problem with it. It's just now that basically, I don't know if I accept this job or not, as it's almost $2 higher. I don't know if I'll get all 17 hours of it, but let's. If I do accept this right now, let's see. 3736 times this by 17.77. 6 plus 674. 734.18. Yeah, I mean, it just puts me a couple of dollars shy then. Which is okay. Because we're all waiting for the 777. We are all waiting for the AnyBuilds A320 Neo, which should be released later this month. I'm hoping that also at the same time the A380 comes out. And if I get these 3 aircrafts, then I'm looking at, let's see, where is it? Shop. These really don't, I mean, this does help you right here, 50% extra more. Tourism establishment. Even entrepreneur. Basically, any of the, you get any of these shop items after you get what you want here. And also the MD-11 is coming out. I can actually afford that right now if I wanted to. ATRs. I can fly those around. I basically stay with agent. But ultimately, I want to get back in my 730. I like the 730. I love the 320. I love the 737. I love both. I wouldn't mind flying the default 747-8. And here I wouldn't mind flying the Queen. And then I could always get the 7.8s, the 777. Bluebird's supposed to be coming out with a 7.5. And then waiting for the finalization of the E-Jet because I actually really like FSS. CRJs I already have. I am just waiting on FSFO V5 to include the CRJs. I think the next 2 that he's including is the CRJs and the ATRs. If he includes those, then I will use... Right now, I find his program is pretty much useless in the Airbus A320s just because of how easy... Once you know what you're doing, they're very easy and simple to set up. Get going, you can fly a full flight, no problems at all, and you'll be perfectly fine. ATRs, I technically do not know how to fly yet. That's kind of the reason why I'm hoping for a little bit of help from here. Eventually, we might see the E-Jets on there, but E-Jets, to me, are just like a very small version of the Airbus. They're pretty simple to set up. I am planning on just getting the cargo variant of the MD-11. As far as the Airbus family goes, I can hold out because I do have the A339. I have headwinds. I could download the A340s by Latin VFR. Latin VFR, I know right now is a very mixed bag in the community. I've had a couple. I have one. Basically, I have the Horizon Sim on it. My only issue with the Latin VFR plane is that it's stuck in config 3. And when I'm coming in for a high crosswind landing, with a little bit of a tailwind, I would prefer to be in full config. That way I can make sure that I at least get down on the ground. But that was my one. But I didn't know if that was just a Airbus A320 issue. You know, that family of Airbuses from Latin VFR or what. I don't know if that was that issue or not. Because I also know they made an A3900 as well. As far as I know, there is no A35s. And then, like I said, hopefully the A380 comes out. Because I wouldn't mind, because if you take a look at every one of these, except for this airline right here, Comair, all these in this app are 4 to 5 star airlines. And I wouldn't mind flying Emirates. But that's what we're looking at. I believe Vueling, I have to look at Vueling real quick. I believe they do fly out of Athens, which is where I'm currently located, is in Athens, Greece. Okay, this gnat is getting on my last nerve. Yeah, it does, but it looks like it's only one LGVAV. Yeah, and it goes right to Barcelona. Wait, what? Vueling has 738s? Hello? Hello? What is this? I think something happened in the data. So it just goes to Barcelona, which I'm okay with. Let's see, LG AV. Yeah, and then it goes back on a 320. So it takes the 320 out coming back, but it takes the 321 going in. What? Yeah, I think the data coming out of Greece is horrible at the moment. That's just my take. I think it's just horrible. But I don't know if they come out of whatchamacallit, Lisbon. Oh, yep, they do. They go from Lisbon to Palma. Okay. Barcelona. Bilbao. Oh, Paris. And Schiphol. Ooh. Actually, I might fly here and hope that I get one of these two routes then. Either Schiphol or Orly. So I might take my flight tomorrow when I get off of work. This is going to go up more than likely as an instant premiere at 6 a.m. on Saturday. Or 8 a.m. Basically, I am going to take that 5-hour flight from Athens to Lisbon. And mainly that's because I have the feel their scenery. That the lovely people over feel there worked on and everything. And come to find out, I was looking around on their website. I didn't notice this, but they have a GSX profile for them. It's the first airport that they have a GSX profile for. So we are going to fly into Lisbon, see what's going on over there with Aegean. That way I get myself the extra 5 hours and I can try to bring up my score back up again. But I'm leaning on Vueling starting on Sunday. Although I am doing the event on Sunday as well. If you guys want to see me do the event and everything, I'll be more than willing to record it. I didn't do the St. Giuliani's or anything. St. Giuliani's. Princess Giuliani. Again, St. Bartholomew and Princess Giuliani mix. Good job, me. But I mean, I already did this event for the day. So this next one is... Where is it? It's going from the Ivory Coast up to Cape Verde. And it's on a 20 Neo, which I'm fine with. I probably will do the 20 Neo, to be honest. Or I might just fly the 737 just for the lulz. One of the two. But let me know down in the comments below if you want to see me fly the events. Basically going forward, and what I mean by this is starting at the end of the month, my work schedule is changing. So that means my time on flying is going to be limited until I can figure out a new quote-unquote schedule to fly on. And this is going either based off of I fly either like I currently do from around 9-10 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, or I go to sleep at night and I record morning videos for you. And what this is going to lend itself to is basically me being more like right now, more in Europe, back over on the stateside in the U.S. Basically, it's not going to lend itself to like the Middle East, China, Philippines, Australia, Japan. It's not going to lend itself well to that. if I do decide to start. Waking up in the morning and everything, and then doing a morning flight. So, and basically, I would probably get up around like 6, 7 in the morning, have breakfast, and then probably about 8, get on here, record a flight for you guys, and then shut it down, load it up, go to work, rinse and repeat the next day. Basically, my schedule at the end of the month is changing. It is going from the hours of that I have right now that are kind of like a little bit all over the place. Monday, we're open from 4 to 8. Tuesday, we're open noon, basically noon to 8. My part-timer runs that shift. Wednesday, it's 4 to 8. Thursday is noon to 8. Today, or yesterday, I should say, at this point, at the time of recording, was 4 to 8. Today is going to be 12 to 4. Tomorrow is 12 to 4. That is typically my fall schedule. Basically, going forward, for our quote-unquote summertime hours, which the center is starting up, the bowling center that I work in, I will actually run the pro shop and everything. Basically, depending on how my sales go for the next 2 weekends, my schedule is going to end up being one of 2 ways. And ultimately, even the videos depend on this as well. We either sorry guys, I'm yawning here. I'm tired. We go one of 2 ways. Monday through Friday, regardless, is going to be 2 to 8 p.m. for me for the 5 days during the week. If we have early sales, Saturday, I'm going to be opening up at noon and working until 6 p.m. The reason why I'm saying this determines on when I do the flights and the videos. If it so happens to be that I open Saturday up at 12 and I close at 6, get off at 7. You know, if I want to go out for a bite to eat with the guys, or if, yes, ladies, if there's any ladies out there, yes, I'm single. And everything. If I do find a date to go out to dinner with or whatever, Saturday night, that's what I'm going to be looking to do. Is basically take Saturdays off. At that point, from uploading and or doing flights. As far as during the week, if that is the time frame that we go with, that means more than likely I will be doing more morning flights. As the day is going to pretty much drain me. And I could use my actual Sunday that I have off, that the shop will be closed, that would be replacing my current Tuesdays. That's to do a bunch of flying. But like I said, that means I have to get up early, and I'm typically not a morning person. Doing it late moves that day off from not flying from Saturday to a Friday. And the reason for that is because yes, I can fly it in the nighttime hours. The thing is that when I come home and I know I have to be in the next day at 12, like right now, I'm getting ready to cut this video, upload it, premiere it at 8 in the morning. 7 hours from now. Or 7.5 from now. Or 6.5, whatever it is. I'm tired. But that's why, is because I have to get up early the next day. So then I fly on Saturday night. So basically, if my Saturdays I open up at noon, I'm more likely going to be flying at night during the week. More than likely. Just to try to keep everything on a schedule. So that lends itself to Japan, Australia, Asia, pretty much most of Asia. Basically early morning flights in Europe. That's what it's going to lend itself towards. Is that kind of deal. Basically, now, if the opposite happens, and I don't do any early sales for the next 2 days, or the next 2 weekends, I should say, especially on Saturday, if I don't do any early sales, and I do a lot of later sales, like after 2 p.m. technically, then basically I'm going to be just opened up 2 to 8 Monday through Saturday. And more than likely, where you at, Maya? I heard you. Where are you, babies? I just heard my kitty. I don't know where she's at. Maya. Hi, babies. You alright? You okay? You ready for bed, aren't you? You ready for bed? Yeah. That's what I figured. But if I'm 2 to 8, 6 days a week, then I'm going to probably just do the morning shifts because it's just going to be a lot easier for me to fly. But we will wait. We will wait and see what happens. Like I said, I'm up in the air about taking Vueling. Adrian, right now, if I do this next flight out to Lisbon, it's a 5-hour flight, 5 hours airtime. So 22.7, we'll say. 77 times that by 3685 equals 83. Okay, so $83.90 is what I need to add to this. So $922.97. $922.97. That's if I do the Lisbon flight. Plus 1762. 39. Puts me there. If I do this event, I should get paid. Yeah, I get paid 300 extra. Or no, wait. 500 extra. So technically, I don't have to do the Lisbon flight. I could do the little Africa flight here. This little event. But like I said, so I'm looking at 3,100. If I'm doing the math right, and if that's the case, if I'm looking at 3,100, I could get me the A339. If I wanted to. If I want to download the A340, I could do that as well. I'm not re-downloading that shitty plane. Or if the lovely developer Matt at First Officer updates his thing, I could just get these two. And then we'll just fly ATRs and CRJs. We'll do short routes. Which, I'll be honest, summertime, that's probably the best thing for me to do is short routes on these two planes. Like I said, I would prefer the E-Jet, but it is what it is. I wouldn't mind the 777 either. But ultimately, I'm going to probably get the Boeing. I mean, I'm already at 1762. I'll be at 26. I'll be at 3,100 roughly. So yeah, I'll probably just get the 737. Or I'll get like I said, or I'll get one of these two. Depending on what I want to fly. I'm more likely want to fly this. I'm not going to lie. Just because it has a whole slew of European air transport? Really? They're using A39s? I know they use the 306 and the 738s. Oh, they use the 300 variant. Okay. That makes sense, and it's more likely flying these longer routes. 333? Yeah. Yeah, that's mainly what it's doing. JFK, Cincy. What is this? Kazakhstan? Really? Delhi? And Hong Kong? I didn't know they flew that variant. Eurowings Discover, guys. Let's go. Nah, but in all seriousness, I'm probably getting the 737. And then the bigger aircraft as I go. So if I'm going to do a 737, I have to do this. That should give me Asia, Europe, North America. There we go. We're going to do this. We're going to get the 310, the 320, and the 737. And the reason why I do this... Oh, shit. There we go. And the reason why I do this is because sometimes a lot of these will have a lot of mix of the three aircrafts that I'm looking for. I think Speedbird. Or maybe, yeah, Speedbird. Yeah, they got A321s. A320neos, A20s. Yeah. And then they got the 777, so I can stay here. They also have A380, so I can stay here. They got the 787, so I can stay here. Basically, as far as Europe goes, this is the main airline that I want to fly for is British Airways. Japan, it's All Nippon. Just because they fly 738, 789s, 788s, 777s, A20neos, A21neos, A380s. They're another one that goes pretty much across the board. As far as the North American Airlines, actually, I think Japan Air does the same thing too. Let me check. Actually, not really. But they do fly the AT-46 though. I believe this is a Japan commuter. Okay, so they're really not good for that. I don't think Philippines is good for that either. Well, they got 777. Mainly A321s though, because they go pretty much long distances. Same with Korean Air. Korean Air has 21neos, A380s, 738s, 777s. So this is what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to put in my application for All Nippon. Put in my application for British Airways if I can find them. They're down here somewhere. I could go Lufthansa as well. A320s, CRJs, 747s. Yep. I mean, the A33, I could always use the A39, A21neos, E-Jets. Actually, Lufthansa is actually the better bet for me because it has pretty much everything I'm looking for. So there's my Japan. There's my Europe. As far as North America goes, Aeromexico is strictly Boeing. Air Canada is Boeing and Airbus. Yeah. Yeah, they're mainly Boeing and Airbus. I mean, Air Canada is not bad. Alaska is not going to be up my alley because they're all. American might be more up my alley. Let's see here. If it ever comes in. 738, A321s, A21neos, A320s, 738s, 777s, 787s. I mean, that's not bad. It's not good, but it ain't bad either. Go with my hub. Well, I call my hub. Because they're based out of Atlanta. Delta Atlanta based operations. 739s. A321neos, 738s, A320s, A321neos, 333. And they also did run the 339 as well. I thought they were running the 777. Apparently not. So Delta might be a way I go. I know FedEx is automatically on this list because of the A300, and I love flying the A300. It's just I normally don't get it, so I'm putting in for FedEx. Plus, this also opens up the door for me to spend, $80 cash and get the MD-11. This actually gives me a reason to get the MD-11. I would do Southwest because I am a Southwest fanboy. I fly Southwest a lot. And this will open the door for me to buy the 737-700 variant. United might be my way to go here. This is the problem that I have with okay, so they have the 777. So they have the A320, the 739, 738. 789, 777. All the Dreamliners. And a couple 21 Neos. Alright. Let's do United. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let me go back to Europe. I am going to put in for... Was it Norwegian Air Shuttle? There were 738s. Scandinavia. A320 Neos. CRJs. E-Jets. ATRs. A320s. 738. 737. I think I just... Yeah, let's try Scandinavia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, the way how I normally do things is the way how you just seen it there. I go in, I get one Asian airliner, I get one European airliner, get one North America airliner, one cargo, and like I said, I'm being a little biased to FedEx here in North America. Not just because I live in it or I prefer that carrier or anything of that nature. It's just because of the imminent release of the MD-11. You know, so once that gets released, I get that aircraft in my hangar and stuff. Then, yeah, I'm looking at flying for FedEx. Ultimately, then. Because I believe FedEx has I know they have the A300. The 306. They're also the 777 is there as well with them. And it's the L variant, which I believe is the freighter variant. If I'm not mistaken. They have the MD-11 and the 738. So I can fly pretty much everything with them. And I would prefer this. Because I think the MD-11 goes places. Yeah, MD-11 goes everywhere. All 37 of them. And then the 77L. That's another one that goes all over the world, too. So, I can get a lot of long-range flights with this where I can start at 9 p.m. at night, and then it'll finish up at, maybe like 9, 10 in the morning. Whatever. That's what I prefer to do there. I always take one cargo, just in case. Okay, my one North American was United. And that's basically because of their fleet. And not just because I want to get back with them. It's also their fleet. And then what I consider my excess airline. Actually, I'm showing Europe some love. Especially the Nordic side. Trying to go for Scandinavian. I mean, I'm going Lufthansa and Scandinavian. Going on the pond with Japan. So, and these will not get reviewed until Monday, which is perfect. Because then I can get the 737 licensing from the shop. Even if I don't get accepted by one of them, I'm still going to take the 737 license. So that way, the next 7 or 8 days that comes back around, I will get job offers for 738s. Or 737 or 739s. Whichever. But anyways, this is it. I rambled on long enough on this video. It's a 52-minute video. I didn't mean for it to be this long. I appreciate you guys staying with me all the way. Thanks and have a wonderful day.